We're doing a series of business spotlights on remarkable people, businesses, and experts across the country and even in your town. Joining me on this segment is Kevin Waller. He's an engineer and project lead for LumaCareLasers.com. Kevin, welcome to the program.
Great. Nice to talk with you, Mark.
Kevin, tell us a little bit about LumaCare Lasers and specifically who they help.
What it is they call it cold lasers is another term. And they're actually high power lasers, but they're pulsed at a really short wavelength or a really short period of time. So there's really no perceptible heat involved. So they're not actually cold, but they just don't produce heat that you can feel. And they help with the cellular function. They help cells microcirculations within each cell. They help the blood oxygenation in the areas, and they help cells to function better and more efficiently so they can heal if that's what they're trying to do, or reduce inflammation and all of these sources of pain.
So are these products, do you serve direct to the public and consumer, or are you serving for labs and spas and what types of
Well,
facilities do you help?
both actually. Ours is powerful enough that it can used in many clinical settings. There's pain management centers that use it. There are sports medicine therapists that use it. Massage therapy even uses it. Pets, we have one that's marketed for pets, and it's a very similar product, but pets also can benefit from this. But the thing is that since it is low level laser therapy, it's safe enough that it can be used by the consumer at home.
For folks that aren't quite familiar with this type of a treatment, what are some of the best benefits and applications, if you will, of this type of cold laser treatment?
Well, it can be both for chronic and for acute injuries and pain sources. Say you're a really active sports guy and you've damaged your knee, or you've torn a muscle, or you have just sore muscles. You can use it for temporary injuries that would heal on their own eventually, but this can help heal quicker and also help the pain to be minimized while that healing process is happening. But then also things like arthritis and carpal tunnel syndrome and other things like that can it's not going to cure those problems because there's a lot of underlying conditions there, but with daily use can severely minimize the pain, drastically minimize the pain, and increase the quality of life.
What do the lasers actually do, like to the cells, or how does it help in that relief?
Well, so there's a bunch of different theories on the actual chemical reaction that happens within the cells, but it helps the mitochondria, which is a portion of the cells, to basically work better, to increase circulations, increase function within each cell. So the different wavelengths penetrate different depths. We have a visible red wavelength that doesn't penetrate skin very far, only a millimeter or two, but it's also best suited for surface things like wound healing and bruises. It'll help bruises to go away quicker. We have an 808 nanometer wavelength with which also penetrates a little deeper, and it's a little higher power, but that's an infrared, so it's not really visible to the human eye, but it is definitely a light. And then we have a 905 nanometer, which is a very high power to penetrate deep into the tissues, but it's pulsed really, really short pulses, about 3,000 pulses per second, but high enough power to penetrate deep into tissues, muscles, even into joints, to help the function of joints and help them to heal and to reduce inflammation there.
Sounds like it's something that's almost like a maintenance thing as well. There's not a set period of time for treatment. It's something that can just be done periodically to maintain.
Right, exactly. And that's kind of the beauty of ours, since it's an at-home treatment. You don't have to go into a clinic, every week or a couple of times a week, and pay them 100, $200 per session. You can buy ours. You can do it in the treatment of your own home, and in the comfort of your own home. As many treatments as you like at your own convenience, and it's always there for you.
And so for folks listening that are really intrigued and want to look into laser treatment at home, how could they find out more about LumaCare lasers? Get some education on it? Do you offer that on your website or something? And how do they learn more and connect with you?
Well, so our WR or URL is www.lumacarelasers.com.
Kevin, this has been terrific. Great insights. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you taking the time to share with my audience today. And I wish you continued success for you, for LumaCare Lasers, and for all of your clients and patients and customers.